It is a new day in Colorado. Those COVID restrictions and protocols that we have spent more than a year living with, now nearly gone. At least for 6 more Colorado counties: Adams, Arapahoe, Boulder, Broomfield, Denver, Jeffco. They've all moved to level clear.
Yeah, businesses can start operating at 100% capacity with no restrictions. 9 News reporter Victoria De Leon has been in downtown Denver all day talking to businesses and baseball fans. Victoria, how are people feeling about all this?
Yeah, Steve, I think naturally there are some mixed feelings. We've seen some people completely ditch their mask. Others say that they're going to keep them for a while longer, but most businesses are pretty excited, some adjusting to these new changes. I think for all of us, though, getting back to normal is going to take some adjusting to.
After a year full of unknowns and extra precautions, today something just feels different downtown.
It does. You can tell that people just feel different about being out.
Aspen Beck welcomes it.
So it's nice. It's very nice.
Sunday, businesses could begin operating the way they were before the pandemic. And there's no statewide mask mandate anymore.
I'm happy about it. I'm so over the mask thing, honestly. Got fully vaccinated, so I feel comfortable coming out.
Opening at 100% capacity with no COVID restrictions sounds like good news. It's what we've all been waiting for. But for some businesses,
it was good news to an extent.
It meant another round of last-minute changes.
We're still running on pretty much a skeleton crew.
Justin Long is a manager at Sports Column. Opening at 100% capacity is good news, but staffing is still an issue.
I think one day I called 17 people for interviews and no one showed up. We don't have a number of people to be here to operate to make sure every customer is okay. That's what we're hurting.
For the people who do work here, Justin says their safety and level of comfort will always be his #1 concern, which is why they've decided to keep their mask requirements in place.
Each establishment can still make that call themselves, but it's still like the customers are saying, well, hey, we can do whatever we want now, and that's what we're trying to avoid.
While we're all excited to put the pandemic behind us, some businesses will just need a little time to get there.
And we want to make sure everyone's safe. I mean, that's it.
And we heard Justin talking about those staffing issues. He says it's something lots of establishments are seeing. So if you're someone looking for a job and you have some experience in the restaurant industry, you'll of course still have to go through an interview, but he says it's very likely that you'll get hired. Jenny.
All right, well, there's some other good news then. Thank you, Victoria.